Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Union Catholic Livestream. We are here today with part 2 of the Crosstown Saga. Union Catholic plays against SPF. Of course, freshman game ended in a thriller. Now, I'm Evan Florick, joined by Colton Ruffalo and Ryan Parham. How are we doing tonight, folks?
Absolutely amazing, Rev.
Doing good. How about you?
You know, couldn't be better. I mean, that's some entertaining basketball right there that we saw in the freshman game. I mean, up by 10, almost a miraculous comeback. Now we're getting Ben Palacio on the cams. Good to see him.
Like,
Getting the lineup started for today. Your starting lineup for the Union Catholic Vikings. We got Okiyama, Majewski, Anthony, Piperi, and Peralta. Majewski on the tip-off for the Raiders. It's Cookerly. Vikings will win it. Piperi, top of the key, working. Handoff lines here. Peralta, great look inside. Tipped out of bounds, it will be Viking ball. Great look inside to Piperi, who cannot finish. Pushing the pace quickly here. The Raiders, they're going to slow it down. Coming off a screen. Cordero drawing the foul there. I believe it was called against Peralta. And now McNutty to inbound. Driving baseline. Great look there, right over the head. Little haircut there for Sanchez. Deep in the corner, no good. Peralta on the board, Piperi the point guard today. You'll often see with this JV team, you got two small ball handlers here. Piperi into Majewski. I mean, he's just an elite cutter. That'll get the scoring started today.
I mean, with Majewski's size, you kind of need him to be an elite cutter, but even without that cutting, he has that ability to body the defenders in the paint and able to pull his way to the basket.
Right, it's shocking from a guy this skinny. I believe I mentioned it a couple days ago. McNutty on Anthony.
Majewski's appearance really doesn't show, it really doesn't do him much service in showing how strong he really is.
The guy loves a good post up. McNutty three ball. No good. Hits the deck, nothing called. Okiyama on the board. He'll take it up himself. Speeding up here. Cutting through. Dishes.
Great ball movement here by the Vikings.
I mean, they're looking beautiful. What a pass. An unfortunate turnover there after some stunning movement.
But that's what we want to see early. We want to see that good ball movement here by the Vikings, which also allows good opportunities to score.
Of course. Sanchez three ball to the wind. Peralta taking it up. Anthony from the parking lot. Oh, it's good. I'll tell you, the first game of the season, wasn't entirely sure why they're starting. This is a team with size. You got two guys, maybe 5'8" each. That's why they got Anthony starting. He is a legit lights-out shooter.
Yeah, I mean, the value he provides as a shooter, but not just even when he's not the primary shooting guard, when he can run the point, he runs his team very effectively as well when Piperi's not on court.
Very true. Out of bounds, last tip by the Raiders. Piperi to take his time taking it up. Taking it to the rack himself. I mean, listen, he's a pass-first guy. He's looking for his guys in the corners, on the wings. But you gotta love the ability to take it yourself to the rack by Sean Piperi.
I mean, another thing about Piperi is that he's also a very shifty guy due to his size.
Very. Driving in. Calm little fade there for Cookerly. He's going to get the score and start it for the Raiders.
Good shot there.
Vikings still with a 7-2 lead. The ability to stop on the dime like that is truly a valuable one, especially the larger you get. That'll be a backcourt violation. Great pressure there by Sandler. Wonder if he knows Adam.
Well, with the amount of time that Sandler spends in this area, he might actually.
That's a great point, actually. Majewski got a little steal happy there. Pull up two there, just a little bit strong.
Something about Cookerly, who's number 30, is that he matches up with Majewski's height pretty well. He's a pretty tall guy himself.
That's true, and he seems to be a guy comfortable with his jumper. You love to see it. Very close to a travel there. Stolen away by Piperi. In transition, he'll get the fake. And then blocked. Wow. Great defensive play there. And lovely work in transition on the offense.
Foul on Peralta.
I don't know, they look to be all ball to me. But now Cordero is going to pay a visit to the charity stripe.
Vikings' second foul, I believe, and Peralta's second.
That's right. What just happened?
I have
to the
no
score?
idea what
What?
happened.
Whoa, what's going on here? Vikings with 2 fouls. I believe they're up 7-2 at the moment. We'll need just a moment. You know, I'm not even going to pause it. The Vikings offense has looked great so far. I mean, they're finding their guys. They're getting to their shots.
Spacing is very good, too.
Right.
Ball movement's also been great. Not just from the Vikings, actually, but also from the Raiders. Raiders' ball movement has also been great. It's just unfortunate for them that their shots have not started to fall yet.
Right. I mean, you love to see it. Your smaller guards, they're quick, they're agile. And you got Majewski cutting like
there's no tomorrow.
Right. He's cutting like there's no tomorrow. And then you got Peralta, who's a great point forward type, that Ben Simmons build. Prime Ben Simmons, I should say.
Before the unfortunate back injury.
He was so good on the Sixers.
All right, now we have the clock back.
Right. Cordero's first is good. Peralta will take the bench for Taufik. Cordero, unlucky bounce there.
And Piperi has really taken control of this offense.
High ball. Woo-wee.
I mean, great look there. Good rebound by Piperi and just an even better pass to Ant.
His second 3 of the game.
Not to mention that, but Ant's also a really good defender.
McNutty barely holding on to it. Cordero 3-ball. Way to answer.
And I think something that's going to be very key to this game, Evan, is the three-pointer. We've seen both teams nail their three-pointers.
Right, and it's not even that they're chucking. They're finding the efficient open shot.
And they're landing nothing but net.
Holding foul. Called against Cordero. It's the loudest I've heard Coach Young all season. Okioma on the inbound. Majewski posting up. He's triple teamed here.
And that's the thing about Majewski. He provides such a big offensive presence in the paint that you have to instantly team him to even get a chance at negating a chance for him to score there.
The 3-ball by Piperi was not even close, but Okioma right there. Getting points out of it anyway.
And Piperi's 3 is really the first bad shot we've seen this entire game, and even then it wasn't even that bad of a shot because he was wide open.
It's a good shot selection. Great block there by Taufik. Way to wall up. I mean, there's a lot of players and a lot of times where that turns into free throws. Great movement here. Cordero nailed his first three-pointer. Woo! Okioma showing off the handles here a little bit. Even gets Cordero to grab.
And something to take note of, Evan. Both players, there have been 2 players that have committed fouls this entire game, Peralta and Cordero. Something to take note of is both those players who are in the starting lineup are quickly in foul trouble, so that may impact their status later on in this game.
Right, and it looked like he took a quick trip to the bench in favor of Masterson. What a last name, I love that. You know, with a name like that, you're going far in life, right?
Yep, that you are.
Okioma standing at the top. He'll drive. Never mind. Fading 2 from the line, no good.
The only person we'll really see out-rebound
What?
Majewski is number 30, Cookerly. He out-rebounds Majewski. And a little bit of a turnover fest here as Cookerly puts that back up.
Right, and I believe only 2 players have scored for the Raiders today. It's
The 2 C's, Cookerly and Cordero.
That's true. Great look inside of Majewski. Gets swallowed. A foul called, I believe. And it looks like Majewski's going to pay a quick visit to the line. Pretty clean game of basketball. 5 fouls total committed in this first quarter. Justin's first will not fall. Goes 0 for 2. McNutty taking it up. Mismatch in the paint. Great shot there by Sandler right over Anthony.
That's really the only negative about his game is that he can get there's a lot of chances where he can get back down in the post like that.
Great kick to the corner. Tawfiq on the fake. Piperi 3-ball. Just a little short. Cookerly taking it up, guarded by Okioma. McNutty loses it. That's Piperi. He'll take it himself. High off the glass. It's good.
And we've seen that, 3 or 4 times from Prepare already, where he's stolen the ball and just gets a nice transition, easy transition layup.
He is a sneaky kid. I mean, just couldn't get a shot up. Very loud trying to get the...
Get a shot up.
Right, yeah. You have to get a shot up there. Vikings with a 14-10 lead. The offense is looking very solid. I mean, working in transition, you've seen a couple more turnovers than you'd like, but still, you got the lead because you've been playing some great defense there.
Been making good passes, good shot selections.
Right, no, it's a clean game from the Vikings so far. After those 2 early fouls by Peralta, I wasn't sure how I was going to go, but they really, really look sharp right now.
Really, the team that hasn't been playing clean basketball right now is the Raiders.
Right, I mean, you know, it's just because the Vikings hound the ball.
They do.
They're not going to give you any room to breathe, and you're seeing it expertly here.
And a reason why to that is their ability to post up in the paint, especially with Majewski and Okiyama and Peralta. But you also have the ability of Anthony and Piperi to be able to draw those fouls because of how shifty and how small they are and their ability to change direction on dime.
Right. But also, I mean, you're seeing Majewski get double or triple teamed on the post-up opportunities. So as soon as he kicks those out, he's got wide open looks. But speaking of Majewski, he'll take the bench to start this in favor of Alex Miller-Rofail.
Well, that's really the gravity that Majewski has because of his size, as you mentioned, instantly triple teamed in the paint, and it can lead to the two best shooters on this team with Piperi and Ant wide open on the wing or the top or the corner.
Anthony called for a foul here. Off ball.
Number 20, Shapiro, taking it out for the Raiders.
We got two Vikings defenders doing jumping jacks here. Shapiro, quick fire three. Yeesh.
Rebound, Miller-Rofail.
Of course, the brother of UC livestream alum Andrew Miller-Rofail, who I was just with at the gym earlier today.
He's back from college?
Yes, he's back till the 25th. Anyway, again, this turnover fest that we talked about in transition.
And really, that's because they're trying to go for the long ball. You can't go for the long ball, especially this earlier in the game. You need to make short and quick passes to make smart decisions, and that's why the Vikings are up 4 currently.
I believe Piperi drew a quick foul there.
Because a lot of those turnovers have led to open Viking threes on the other end.
Right. I mean, you're seeing Piperi confident with a three ball. That's why he's getting his guy to fake at nearly the volleyball line.
And even when that three isn't going to work, he's quick enough and shifty enough to blow past you to either kick it out to someone who's in the corner or to someone who's open, or if he's able to have a layup in itself.
Taufik almost loses it. There's a foul called against number 12, Monderoy.
Westfield quickly picking up 2 fouls with only 53 seconds of play in this second quarter.
SPF, Parm.
Dude, why do I keep saying?
It's the blue and white. It's the blue and white. It'll get you.
My brain's fried, man.
Miller-Rofail hits the deck.
3 fouls now in just over a minute.
Scotch Plain's got to be careful, otherwise Vikings might be in the bonus by the end of 6 minutes. Or 2 minutes in, sorry.
Okiyama sending it in. It's a tongue twister there. I don't know what he was planning there,
I
but
think he was trying to hit it off of Shapiro to regain possession because no one was really open there.
great pick and roll action there. Loses it. It'll last be touched by a Raider. I believe it was Dong who last touched it. So it'll be Viking basketball.
And Miller-Rofail comes out.
In favor of Sal Delano, who checks in for the first time. I love these handoff lines.
That's something that this JV team really does well. They're able to hand off really well, but also find the open man as Perry makes a nice pass to Okiyama.
That baseline jumper is filthy. That Adrian Dantley. These kids don't know the Adrian Dantley. Shapiro to take it up for the Raiders. Great cutting action there. Oh, just off the rim. Unfortunate play. And Piperi loses it. Looks like Shapiro's got an opportunity to make it up for himself. Walk-up three. There was no doubt in my mind that was going in for Paz. Now checking in for the first time is Benaria. What? Timeout called. Now, Colton, tell me a little bit about what's really working for the Vikings here.
Well, jumping out to the second quarter, Okiyama was the first one to get the Vikings going with that mid-range 2. But then for the SPF Raiders, they get that quick 3. Just about over 2 minutes. Not a whole lot of action here so far, but the big note here is that SPF Raiders have 3 fouls with just over 2 minutes of play. That can come in real handy, especially when you consider who are the fouls on. Peralta had to come out early in that first quarter because he picked up 2. The Raiders, Cordero also had 2. Came out of that first quarter pretty quickly. So fouling is definitely going to be a big issue in this game.
Now, Harm, I mean, we just talked about, there's a lot of good to talk about with this Vikings team, but it's only a 3-point game. Why is that?
Well, a lot of that is because they really have not been able to get a lot of shots up, but when they have gotten those shots up, they're able to go in. So, but an issue that they do have to fix, I will say, is their turnovers, and the ability to capitalize off of Scotch Plains turnovers themselves.
Drive it in. Anthony pulls away with it. Benary is speeding up a little here. He wants to find a pass. Looks like he won't. Okiyama off of Delano's screen. Almost loses it. Keeps it alive. Whoa.
That was definitely a double dribble.
Coach Young telling him how it is. Got to hold the ball there.
It's more so that he tripped on his own feet than him losing the ball.
Right, it's stability nonetheless.
Sometimes you just move too quick for your own body.
Deep ball there, no good. Okiyama in transition. He wants it for himself. No, he's going to kick it out. Benaria fakes the 3.
Oh, good pass there.
Great look. I think that was a pass to Okiyama, who just gets swallowed by Dong. Transition work here.
And Evan, that's why this is a 1-point game, because you get sloppiness like that. They were all together in the paint, and no one was really able to create space there, and that's why there's a turnover on that possession.
Anthony, high arcing 3 ball, no good.
Misses his first. That's his first miss from 3 this game.
Brown rolls, I think he wanted it. Has step back. Lovely fade, gives the Raiders the lead.
And I think a reason as to why the Raiders have the lead, Evan, is because the Vikings have not been able to establish that paint presence ever since Majewski has come out.
Right, he's sitting at the scorer's table right now. Benaria waiting for the offense to set up. Anthony drives. Has to kick. Delano 3 ball. No good. Brown stepping into a 3. Off the iron. Dong with the offensive board. Great look inside there. And a lovely little finish there for Monderoy. Raiders' biggest lead of the game of 3.
Ever since really those first 2 minutes, Scotch Plains really cleaned up the game. Haven't had a foul since.
Okiyama Anthony, deep 3 ball here. No good. Start 2 for 2, misses last 3.
Oh, great look there.
One-handed scoop finish there for Brown.
And right now, momentum is completely in the Raiders' favor, Evan.
Right, it's a game of runs. I've said it once, I'll say it a million times. I mean, I want to say 8 unanswered here for the Raiders.
Vikings started off strong, but really started to see that production dip off once Majewski came out.
Okiyama tries to go underneath. No good. Dong's 3 ball just a little bit short. Anthony on the board. You're getting real close to the 10 seconds here, kid. I believe it's 8 in the NBA. Taufik showing off the move. It'll be a foul against Monderoy, who yanked the ball away, but, you know, drew a little too much contact there in the paint.
And again, we saw in that possession, really everyone's man. There's not a man open, and because of that, Majewski's going to come in to try and draw some presence to allow the Vikings to get open.
Right, 83 seconds to play. 4 fouls there for these Raiders. So we're going to see how the Vikings want to adapt to that.
And the thing about Majewski is that he's able to draw the foul.
Oh, yeah.
And just like that, we already see the gravity of Majewski, kind of having 2 players in his vicinity at all times.
And there's that 5th foul right there, as on the post-up, no good. He'll be visiting the free throw line for a pair right now. Of course, Majewski went 0 for 2 on his first visit.
Foul on foul on Dong, his first of the game.
Finishes his first. Taufik stepping out for Piperi.
That's another thing I've noticed also. The offense has not looked nearly as efficient when Piperi's off the court.
Right, I mean, he's one of those swings that you're going to see on limited varsity minutes. High ball will not fall.
But you also see the hustle that Piperi has on defense, too, as we see him run back there.
Right, of course, he does hit the deck, but...
Gets hit by Benaria.
Under a minute's play here. Shapiro. Now Brown working on Okioma. Monderoy driving. Kicks, loses it. Okioma takes it himself off the front rim. Deep ball there, swatted away. But the Raiders keep it alive.
And that's a great defensive play there by Benaria.
Hard foul there by Benaria. I think the Raiders are going to try and hold for the last shot here, up by 4. 14 seconds to play.
Yeah, smart move to hold for the shot here.
Pass guarded heavy by Anthony.
A little bit of a shove there, but not called.
Yeah, Anthony threw up his arms like, what is that?
Now here's the thing, I don't know whether that was all flop or whether that was actually that big of a shove off.
Couldn't tell you. Either way, 2.6 seconds. Viking basketball.
Important for the Vikings to get a shot off quick.
The shot clock didn't start. Piperi drains the 3. Yeah. Wow. Is that really how we're going to do that? That can't be right.
I doubt it.
They have to replay it.
I think Union Catholic's already going into the locker room. I'll tell you what, you don't see this very often. Minor scoreboard error there.
Shot's not going to count, I believe.
Now SPF going to the locker room. Either way, Vikings really slowed down a lot in that second quarter. Only 6 points throughout that entire thing. I mean, Colton, what changed?
I mean, offensively, I mean, you just brought up they couldn't get it done. I mean, I don't even know if they're gonna have 6. I don't know if that 3-pointer is gonna count. If it doesn't count, they only scored 3 points in that whole quarter. The 2 from Okioma and Majewski's free throw. Compared to the first quarter, I believe he had 14 with Anthony with 2 threes there. So offensively, they just were not getting it done. Granted that a lot of their, I don't think, besides Okioma, their starters were not out on the floor pretty much that whole second quarter.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, Colton, starters weren't out there much, but, you know, Scotch Plains really kept their starting five out for a majority of that entire half.
They took advantage for sure.
Right. And so just under 10 minutes left until the second half. Vikings, okay, so they are going to remove the three-pointer. Yeah. Either way, I wouldn't really blame that on Piperi. It's a shot clock problem. But the Vikings have to come up with some way to recreate what they did in that first quarter. And I think it was maybe they played their bench guys a little too much.
Yeah. I mean,
you want to establish a lead.
There was also a few moments, I believe, when 4 or 5 minutes left remaining in that second quarter, where it really looked like there should have been a timeout call. Because I remember there's a layup where Delano just got completely blown by, and I believe that was kind of when that little run kind of started for Scotch Plains, because they were up 3 at that point, and Delano didn't really show any effort on defense. Like he kind of turned around a bit, but the guy with the ball just kind of blew past him and scored an easy layup.
Right. I mean, as soon as the 8-0 run happens, I think you call a timeout there. Because especially in such a limited time frame of you have 32 minutes in this basketball game. You got 8 straight is a lot of points to be scored on. You got to call a timeout there. Either way, Vikings only down 4 and
yeah, we've had issues with
the clock
the entire
dies
day.
again. Either way, we'll see you in just over 6 minutes according to this. Stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second half. Vikings trail 17-21 after Piperi's three did not count.
Yeah, we definitely had some clock issues in the half.
Majewski, quick shot off the glass, no good.
Vikings pretty much retained their starting five, minus Okiyome as he's replaced by Taufik.
I mean, Taufik is probably one of the best six men that the Vikings got.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great defender. He can score when you need him to. And that's a ridiculous shot to go in for Sanchez.
That's right. So Piperi's going to take it up slow.
And we really see Peralta for the first time since, those opening first 4 minutes of that first quarter.
Majewski drawed a quick foul. And Deshawn's going to come in for the first time this evening.
He's going to check in for Majewski.
Piperi driving. He'll put up a floater. It's blocked. Piperi, putback opportunity. Stole his lunch money. McNutty. Three ball. Hookerly's been hot today, right over Deshawn. That's a real quick timeout.
I mean, it's a smart timeout. You want to stop SPF going on from a little run here.
Right, yeah, you got to stop that. I mean, 5 quick points, minute 20 seconds. You're already down. You can't afford that.
Yeah, and your shots really have not been falling since, 4 minutes of the second quarter.
Right, yeah. No, here's the issue, is the third quarter is really what determines how the rest of the third quarter is one of the best determiners to see how your team is. You know, you come out of halftime, are you going to come out swinging? And it looks like the Vikings have a very slow start right now.
Yeah, I mean, they started off fast, but really slowed down in that second quarter, and it's not about how you start, but it's about how you finish.
Of course. Now, they all talk about the fourth quarter. I say if it's a blowout by the end of the third, there's very, very little hope of coming back in the fourth.
If it's a blowout coming in the half, there's still a very good opportunity for the team that's being blown out for them to come back.
Right, no, the third quarter is everything in basketball.
It's completely integral to a way the team plays in a season.
Vikings decide to keep the same lineup.
You can look at a final score in the box score and say, oh, well, this team did so and so then. But if you actually watch a third quarter, you can kind of see what kind of team they are and how they fight back from when they either A, have adversity, or B, when they're up and how they can keep that lead without getting too cocky.
Piperi, the ball handler. Deshawn in the post. He falls. Keeps it alive, though. Peralta directing the offense right now. Feeding Deshawn. Spins. Shot no good. I love the look there, though. McCann running up fast. Fading shot no good. Deshawn pulling down the board. Peralta coming off the screen. Pull up to Money to get the scoring started here in the second quarter.
Yeah, second quarter.
Second half. Second half. My apologies.
Yeah, you really need Peralta to score here with Majewski not on the court.
Right, Peralta's never been a score-first guy. However, you're going to need that from him. Three ball by Masterson a little short. Rolls out of bounds in favor of the Raiders. Nope. It was not the Raiders. Vikings.
Speaking of Peralta, that was his first 2 points of this game.
I mean, yeah, you mentioned Colton, really his first 2 points, but again, this is really his first action since the opening minutes of this game.
Looking to work in the post here. Anthony guarded by Masterson. Now Piperi on McNutty. It's a matchup we've been seeing all game. And McNutty, quick steal.
That's a nutty steal by McNutty.
All right, man. Driving baseline. Vikings are going to pull away with it. Tawfiq pushing it. Anthony.
Raiders playing some good defense here on the Vikings.
And another quick steal. This time it's Cookerly.
Yeah, right now, Raiders have all the momentum.
Finding McCann, who's going to be blocked by Deshawn. Now a quick little whistle. Sanchez taking a quick trip to the charity stripe here. Vikings' first foul of the second half. Just over 3.5 minutes in. First free throw, smidge strong. Benary is going to check in for Tawfiq. This time short. They keep, and somehow the Vikings have it alive. To a cutting area. It's going to be swatted. Deshawn on the rebound, the putback. Got a foul.
Deshawn coming up for two here.
I mean, that's the big fella's job. Just get the putback, hopefully draw a foul or lay it up, but I mean, he drew the foul.
Oh yeah, I mean, you need your big to be getting the boards, and get the boards he does.
He's got a few right now.
The big D with two big free throws coming up.
Yeah, we're not starting that. We're not keeping that name. First free throw just a little bit to the left. Long setup time. Gets a lucky bounce. And he's got his first point of the night.
Draws another foul.
Wow. I mean, I guess that's the other job of your big, right? Draw the fouls.
Is he just the greatest foul drawer ever? I
You
mean,
know,
he had, what, 2 in 20 seconds?
I mean, he's up there for sure. The Perry man in the offense. Cookerly got a little steal happy. Almost a lovely finish there for Peralta. And this time it's going to be McCann called for the travel. Momentum swinging just a little bit in the Vikings' favor after this timeout. Perry in the corner. Brandon out, guarded by McNutty. He drives off a screen, high floater, off the glasses, pure. Cutting it to 4. Still a 2-possession game, but Vikings on a 5-0 run right now. Cookerly is going to pull the 3. A little bit off. Peralta pulling it down. Perry working on McNutty here. Got nothing out of it. Benaria now. He's going to drive. Scoop layup and 1. Aiden Benaria.
And that is an absolutely clutch basket by Benaria, because even if he doesn't make this free throw, it's still a 1-possession game regardless.
Let's not jinx it now. But a great shot to cut the lead to 2.
It's now 4 fouls on the Raiders here. We're getting close.
Quick subs for both teams as Monderoy's back in for the Raiders and Majewski back in for Deshawn for the Vikings. And he has been elite in his limited playing time.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused as to why he hasn't really played that much since the first quarter. Maybe he's dealing with something, or they could just be reserving him for the later half of the game.
Well, it is the later half of the game.
You know what I mean.
McNutty, pull-up three. No hesitation and drains it. Ends a 7-0 run the Vikings had.
Vikings down only 5.
Perry. Calling for a screen. McNutty fights over it. It'll be an offensive foul on Majewski. So that'll be Raider ball. Vikings clawed their way back into this game. And SPF seems to have found their answer. Anthony on McNutty. Cookerly driving baseline, swings it out. Corner three, a little bit strong.
It's the 5th foul now for the Raiders.
That's right, so Justin Majewski will pay a visit to the free throw line. Under 2 minutes in this third quarter, Vikings trail by 5. Majewski 0 for 2 in his only visit to the line. Way to make up for it, kid. And that cuts it to a one-possession ball game. Monderoy double-teamed hard. 3 guys hitting the deck there. McNutty on Anthony. Monderoy 3-ball. In and out. Benaria picking up the pace here. Driving baseline, Majewski. Great look to the corner. But McNutty with eyes in the back of his head here. Now pushing the pace in transition. He's got to drive, take it himself. Coast to coast is good. Majewski looking to answer here. Working in the paint, he's blocked. Sanchez pulling up with a huge block there. Kick into the corner. A little strong there. Benaria pulling it down. Deep ball there to Anthony. Gets the inside hand layup to go. Still a one-possession game. The offense is really ramped up in these last 2 minutes.
Vikings really need Anthony to pick up his shot, as really ever since that first quarter and those first 2 threes that he made, he's been silent all night.
That spin by Monderoy is no good. Benaria. Great look inside to Majewski, who can't finish. He's been struggling in the paint all night. And now Majewski called for a second foul of this quarter. It'll be Masterson who was fouled. Paz stepping on for Masterson. 28-31 right now. Still Raider lead. Heavy pressure here. Peralta steals it away. Anthony fouled hard on that. The thing about breaking down the press is you gotta pass it. You can't be holding on to it. You can't be dribbling through 2 or 3 guys right there. I mean, you see Peralta with just lovely, calm, cool, collected steal. Anthony's first is good. He's up to 9 points on the night. The leading scorer for the Vikings today. Second is Pure, cutting it to 1. Cookerly double teamed. Now McNutty. Back to Cookerly. Showing off the handles. He's gonna take the pull-up too. In and out. An unforgiving rim today. Perry. Shot is blocked from half court. And I mean, wow. This has been a very two-sided half. The very beginning, I mean, you're 2 minutes in. Raiders going on 5 unanswered. You need a timeout, and the Vikings used that timeout beautifully. Parm, what's changed since that timeout?
I mean, they're really just, you know, they're moving better. I think definitely the addition of Justin has helped this team a lot. But again, his shot's not really falling, so they really have to rely on Anthony making those tough layups and those tough shots. And, you know, Ant has really picked it up after starting off hot, then cooling off a bit. But outside of that, they've also been playing great defense, and they've also been able to press the Raiders, and the Raiders have not been able to succeed in breaking that press that often.
Very true. Now, Colton, going into this fourth quarter, what's one thing the Vikings have to focus on?
I mean, to go off kind of what Parm said, I mean, I think the Vikings are fighting right now. I think they're hustling for every single, but not even just basket, but every single opportunity on either side of the floor. They're hustling. They're fighting for everything that they can, and that's what I think they've been doing. That's why they cut it down to 1 just now, 30-31. Only a 1-point game. They've cut it because they don't stop hustling. They don't stop fighting for everything that they could do. Offensively, you know, they've drawn their fouls. I think there was 5-6 fouls that whole quarter for the Raiders. So offensively, I mean, they're really getting it done, and they're working well in transition as well.
I mean, yeah, that transition game has looked lovely today. I mean, we saw turnover after turnover, trying to get flashy, but really cooled it down here. Now, the Vikings only down by 1. I think you need to keep Majewski in. It was when he was on the bench that the Raiders really took their lead. And Majewski, despite having a pretty decent foul count right now, he's going to stay in the game because he's also the one drawing the fouls for the Vikings. I mean, he's the reason Anthony got to the line. He's the reason these guys are getting to the line because he's putting UC in the bonus. Okioma, and I don't think we saw him at all in the third quarter.
No, we didn't.
McNutty driving baseline. Great little finish to get the score and started in this fourth quarter. Perry waiting on a screen. McNutty fights over it. Okioma wanted the pass from Peralta. Won't get it, but he gets it from an area. He misses the 3. Shapiro. That'll be an illegal screen for the Raiders. It'll be Brown called for it.
His third of the game.
Feeding to cutting Majewski. He's going to post. High hook shot, no good.
Majewski really having a tough time tonight, not really able to land many shots.
Shapiro on Okioma. Yeah, no, it's true. Majewski has been a little inconsistent on the offensive end today.
I mean, I will say this, though. He hasn't really been able to get into a rhythm as he sat a majority of that. Really, he played the first quarter and then sat really for the next 12 minutes. So, I mean, it's not really his fault. He kind of needs to, I feel, get back in the rhythm of the game.
Peralta once taken himself, won't go. Shapiro to a cutting McNutty. He's going to give it off to Dong, who's going to finish the little floater. Vikings with no points in the first 2 minutes.
Vikings really need to pick it up here, down 5.
Right, you saw at the end of the third, their offense looked incredible. But
yeah, they went on a little bit of a run there, but momentum seems to not have carried into this fourth quarter. And it's not even like the shots they're taking are bad. It's just they've not really been able to fall, except for that one by Okiyama.
Okiyama going to work in the paint there. If one of your bigger guys can't work in the paint, the other one can. Shapiro driving, loses it. Piperi. And McNutty with what's got to be his 5th steal of the game.
Good save there by Peralta.
I mean, that's an Odell type of catch.
Taking his time. And I feel it's really what the Vikings need to do here. They've been rushing their shots, been rushing their possessions too much. Taking their time has really been what has been key to this offense.
Peralta driving baseline. That'll be an offensive foul. Barely getting the feet set in time there.
It's Peralta's 3rd of the game. As Miller Rofanel and Tawfiq checking in for Peralta and Majewski, respectively.
Right, Miller Rofael in his limited minutes in the second quarter showed spurts of great action. So we'll see what he can do here in the fourth.
Tawfiq doing jumping jacks right now.
That's the way you break down the press. Finding the open man, slinging it. Now McNutty off a screen. Brown kicking it out. McNutty 3-ball. Real high off the glass, no good. Dong with the offensive board though. Brown driving baseline, loses it. Miller Rofael pulling away with it. Okiyama double teamed here. Now Benaria. Perry kicks to the corner.
Something we've seen in the Raiders, especially this fourth quarter, they've really dominated the boards.
It's true. Perry, Benaria thinks about the 3-ball, won't take it. Perry will though. Moon ball does not fall. McNutty to take his time. Only a 3-point lead here.
With 3 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in this game.
McNutty drop, kicks. Shapiro 3-ball, finds it. That'll be a timeout by Union Catholic. I believe it'll be a full.
And a necessary timeout there by Coach Young is really Vikings went on a nice little run at the end of the third quarter, but I mean, outside of the end of that fourth quarter, this has not looked like the same team outside of that first quarter. They've looked really sluggish today.
In almost 5 minutes of play, we only have 2 points from Okiyama. The shots, not even that they're not even falling, but they're just struggling to get inside. They're struggling to even find the opportunity to even make the shot. That little post-fade hook, I guess, from Okiyama, that did fall, but you know they're still down by 6, so it's gonna be a tough one for the Vikings. They need to start calling some plays and looking for the open man.
Right, Okiyama is the kind of guy you want giving the ball, because you might see him in the varsity game today. If you have him on the court for you, he's one of your best players. You want to keep feeding him. You want him to be getting these shots up. But unfortunately, the Vikings just haven't had it easy in this fourth.
And not to mention, Peralta and Majewski have been sitting a lot this game.
Right, they play very limited. Okiyama on Dong. Perry on McNutty. He'll drive kick. Benaria tries to feed Peralta in the paint. A little bit errant there. We'll give the Raiders the ball. Shapiro drives baseline, kicks. And it's lost. Okiyama picking it up. He still got it. And Dong from behind. Now Brown. Felt like he wanted to dunk that, but he won't. Either way, Raiders with an 8-point lead right now. Perry drives, kicks to the corner. This time feeding Peralta in the paint. He gets a bit of a circus shot up there, no good. Shapiro almost loses it. Anthony diving to the ground. Holding hands there. Offensive putback by Dong. No good, he gets his own board. Kicks it out. Raiders get the chance to reset. Great movement there. Calm Euro. That's a double-digit lead for SPF tonight.
Vikings got to pick it up. They're down 10 with 70 seconds remaining.
And Perry's going to take the floater. Wanted a call there. I mean, generally, he's not going to miss by that much. Deep ball in and out. But again, these offensive boards.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what happens when you bench both your bigs, or one of your bigs.
I mean,
foul and one by Dong.
Yeah, you mentioned the domination of the boards, and I mean that's really why this game is the score that it is because the Raiders have really not given the Vikings an opportunity to rebound the Raiders' shots. You see a lot of times where they get second chance opportunities, and they capitalize off those second chance opportunities.
I mean, even third chances. Dong's free throw falls. 13-point lead right now. Peralta drives. He's gonna swing it out. Benaria three. Just off the mark. And now Brown. Little finish right there, and that could be the dagger. Oh! That'll be Brown undercutting Okiyama. 15-point game right now. And it's been 12 unanswered points for the Raiders. Now with a 15-point lead. I mean, there's not much the Vikings can do at this point. But Colton, give it to the Raiders. What have they done right?
I mean, if it's not apparent enough, I mean, they're getting their second and third chance opportunities. I mean, their bigs are clearly just grabbing the rebounds over the Vikings, and rightfully so. I mean, the Vikings are playing a smaller lineup, so it's kind of more expected for them to get those extra chances, and then when they get the extra chances, they're drawing the fouls, they're hitting their layups, they're even finding the open man for three. You know, they've had a couple of those kind of threes from Shapiro, so they're finding their open looks, they're hitting them, they're drawing their fouls. I mean, they're playing perfect offense.
Right. I mean, it's the turnover differential for sure. You're seeing your bench guys get in here. Emmett to Drew Carson, freshman ball legend. Emmett drives, he loses it. It'll go to the Raiders. Want to see Marcus Ubungan get a bucket here. Raiders just moving the ball. McCann working on Emmett. He'll drive, kick. Looks like they're not going to get a shot up, and that's going to be the game. Vikings only 2 points in the fourth quarter compared to SPF's 16. 16. That right there is not only improbable, but inexcusable. And so that's the reason why you're seeing an SPF win by 15. But you know what? They played very well in the third quarter. I mean, we said the third quarter determined everything, but when you can only put up one bucket in the fourth, there's only so much you can do. Parm, anything to add?
I mean, not really. Just a little bit concerning about how they were not really able to get the boards even when the Vikings had their bigs on the floor. So,
right, Majewski really a slow game on the offense.
Yeah,
I mean,
really
he's their leading scorer by a pretty decent margin. I mean, Peralta really couldn't find it. Okioma was looking very solid. But either way, we got just under 20 minutes till varsity. So be there or be square. Stay tuned.